Look, man.
You will be this honest, legless, faceless thing, won't you? Rolling down the street.
What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian and welcome to Zero Productions. Got some good news, you guys. It's looking like Tom Holland is in negotiations with Sony right now to get him a cameo in Venom 2. Now, we all know this was going to happen. With the whole Sony and Marvel deal, I mean, they would be stupid if they were like, well, can we have Spider-Man in some of our films? Like, you have to make it into the bigger picture. Because the Sony verse, you know, their Spider-Man list verse for a while, it wasn't looking too good. And it just didn't quite make sense because some of these villains really got their origin story from Spider-Man. Hence, like Venom. Hence, yeah, Venom did work, but it wasn't your typical origin story. They had to switch things up. Now, okay, I get it. It was a guilty pleasure for me. But with the sequel of Venom 2, I'm so excited to see what Andy Serkis can do as a director when helming a comic book film of this nature. The first film pulled in almost, I think, in the range of like $850 to $950 million at the box office. So there's going to feel some pressure there. And of course, you're going to be introducing Cletus Cassidy, Carnage. So excited to see Carnage. Cannot wait to see Woody Harrelson play this psycho maniac. Give him the red hair again. I didn't mind that at the end of Venom 2. I really enjoyed it. But I'm so excited to see how dark we're gonna get into this sequel. Because when we're dealing with a character like Carnage, it gets pretty fucking dark if you read any kind of, you know, background comics on this character. Very dark. Like him killing his grandma. He's just psychotic. And I'm hoping we get to see a glimpse of something like that. Now, people are saying, well, what if it's going to be R-rated? I doubt it's going to be R-rated since if Tom Holland does make a cameo with this Spider-Man, I don't think that's really going to match up. But I would always hope for an R-rating sequel to Venom. I would love that shit. I really, really would. But Tom Holland in the Sonyverse, I like the idea. They can do it as long as both parties play well. And I'm more so on the side of Marvel. Sony, on the other hand, is kind of every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is completely different. That was Sony Animation. Pizza chef of a film. Now, their films, like Morbius, we haven't heard shit. Did Morbius get, like, pushed back? That's concerning to me. That is concerning. We haven't seen no set photos. Like, a little bit of set photos, like, you know, Jared Leto being on emo and shit. But, like, nothing. No teasers. Nothing at all. That worries me a lot. A lot. I don't know where they're going to take it. So, the fact that we haven't seen anything kind of worries me. Like, I don't know, you guys. Like, can Sony continue to pull this off? Yeah, you had Venom. Yeah, Venom was a huge hit. But what about the other films you have planned? The Kraven the Hunter, you know, Silver Saber and Black Cat, like shit like that. So, I'm curious to see, you know, how well they can do, you know, without the guidance of Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige. Now, this is what you do for a cameo of Tom Holland Spider-Man. This is just me. This is what I was thinking at work. Okay, so Spider-Man Far From Home, of course, you know, he's not in New York. The only time he's in New York is at the beginning, I think at the end of the film. Venom 2 takes place in New York. The time Tom Holland Spider-Man is not there. He gets back from the trip. That's when you have him cameo. Perfection. And it could work. It really could work. I just want to know how it's all going to play into a big picture. Like, are Sony's characters going to cross over into the Marvel world, or is it just Spider-Man's characters crossing over into the universe? So when I mean Spider-Man characters, I mean like Tom Holland Spider-Man and like the Spider-Man world of like Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, things like that, so they could potentially do a Sinister Six down the line and have, you know, like Kraven the Hunter if they decide to do that, things of that nature. It could possibly work. And then of course you can have the symbiote be attached to Spider-Man, which I would love to see. My God, that's a dream. And to get it right, to get the symbiote suit right. Because Spider-Man 3 was cool and all. I grew up with it. It wasn't the greatest film, but it was a guilty pleasure of mine. It really was. I still like to go back and watch it. It's a lot of fun. But to do the suit right, yes, it's gonna have to be all, you know, CGI, motion capture, whatever. But make it solid black. Give him the white spider, and that's a wrap. That's it. Like, do it right. So Tom Holland Spider-Man will get that suit, and then blah, 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 something happens, he loses the suit, you know, he gets rid of the suit. And then he goes back to Tom Hardy's Venom, right? And he has this fucking grudge, because, you know, once the symbiote is attached to, once the symbiote leaves Tom Hardy's Venom, or Eddie Brock, so to say, you know, it's like, man, we see a more suitable host, a host that's much stronger than this fucking regular human. Let's hop over. And then Eddie Brock's gonna have that grudge. That grudge was like, well, fuck, I hate this kid. I hate Spider-Man. Well, obviously he doesn't know who Peter Parker is yet, but actually he would know because of Mysterio. Interesting. See how they're gonna play that out. But then, yeah, you know, that's where the hatred Eddie Brock is gonna have for Spider-Man, just the hatred. And when Symbiote has no choice, it goes back to Eddie Brock. And then guess what? You got the white symbol on the chest. Yes, Venom is actually web swinging now in your sequel. It could work. Possibilities. Well, not sequel. The third film. It could work, you guys. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for both of these worlds, man. So many Marvel movies coming out. Man, my expectations are so high, and I expect nothing but the best. I really do. But post your comments down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about Tom Holland in early negotiations to Cameo in Venom 2. What are your thoughts? Peace.